Hey, child of God, we're still on the topic of 5 strategic keys that would help us make maximum impact in the year 2025. So the third key I want to talk about is the key of prayer. So in this year 2025, pray. Oh, pray. It's a supernatural world. It's a world with supernatural happenings, things that many times we cannot explain by our own understanding. There are things that happen every day that gets us to that point where we should acknowledge that there must be something more than meets the eye. So God is faithful. He's a prayer answering God. So pray. You might be asking, how do I pray? And now that takes us back to the second key. You need to be intentional about that as well. I'll tell you a story. I used to work with a company, and the nature of the job was quite involving, and so I wouldn't have time to pray. And then it dawned on me one day when the Holy Spirit drew my attention to something, and I saw my colleagues, most of whom smoked. They will go out ever so often for a smoke break, and they'll come back and continue their work. But I would sit down for long hours and do my work, which was not healthy, but I found no way to be able to get out of that cycle until the Holy Spirit prompted me and said, well, why don't I set some kind of alarm on my phone and have it a prayer break? So after a couple of hours, I have a prayer break where I can step out for 2 minutes to go and pray. Okay, and so I decided to follow the prayer watches of the day, and I set my alarm to that. And as I see that alarm, I get up and quickly go to a private place where I can pray for 2 minutes. And that was very, very crucial to my prayer life when I worked in that company. It kept me alive spiritually. So child of God, you could also use that strategy the Holy Spirit gave me as well and set prayer breaks. Sometimes when you're driving to work, when you're on the bus, when you're on the public transport, just plug in and pray. You may not have to scream, you may have to shout. Many times you may not even have to pray out loud. Right in your head, in your heart, as you go about your business, you can just mutter it softly and pray and just talk to God, commune with the Father. 2025, to make maximum impact, you have to pray. Everything by prayer, everything with prayer. And as you pray, the heavens will open. That answer would come. That door will open. That blessing would come to you. God bless you. Get ready for the next key.